Hello, welcome to my channel and welcome to another year and welcome to another background. I am loving this background. This might have to be my favorite, although I do have a few favorites. But anyway, this is one of them. And today we're talking about dealing with superficial people. How do you deal with these people? And I want to talk about that today because if you are in relationship or interactions with these people, there's something that's going on that you might not be aware of, that when you become aware of it, it's going to change your interaction with these people, and you'll find that these people don't show up, or they show up in the way that you desire them to, and I'm going to explain how that happens, so stick around. So my name is Hedley Derenzie and I am here to help you deepen your understanding of law of assumption, but most importantly, to apply these teachings to your life, because it is in the application that you are going to change your reality, and it all starts by changing the stories and assumptions you're telling yourself. And I want to help you to tell the most amazing stories and hold the most amazing assumptions so that you can see them outpictured and reflected back in your reality, because that's the game. That's why we're here. If you would like additional support with that, you will find all of the details below this video. I am available for one-to-one coaching, and I also have a free 21-day Set Yourself Up with the Ultimate Self-Concept course, which is the ultimate story that you want to be telling. So check those details in the box below this video or at my website, youaretheone.com.au. But let's get into it. So the topic of this video came from a question from one of my wonderful subscribers, and I have to apologize because I cannot for the life of me find where the email was. I think it was an email, it could have been a comment, could have been like an Instagram message. I cannot remember. There's so many different ways to connect these days. Anyway, somebody did reach out, so whoever you are, thank you. And I did promise to get back to you probably a long time ago, but here I am, better late than never. And the question was around how to deal with superficial people. Like when you're working with spiritual topics and you want to go deeper and you feel like you understand so much more, and then you're going out into reality and you're having these conversations that feel really shallow and superficial, and you're like kind of surrounded with people who just don't get it, or they're not even interested, and you're like, what the fuck? So I have had that myself, and also this person who is asking this question has had that, and perhaps you have had that as well, and you're wondering, like, what do you do? Because you might be silently to yourself going, oh my God, what is with these people? They're so superficial. I'm not interested in this stuff. I'm so much better than this. I'm so above this. I'm so superior, whatever, because that's the trap. Remember, everyone is you pushed out, and no one to change but self. And if you are seeing something in someone, that's because that thing, that quality, that characteristic exists within you. Let's go back to basics. Consciousness is the one and only reality. Reality that you experience with your five senses outside of you is a projection of consciousness. Your reality, including the characters in it, are reflecting you back, meaning the assumptions and the stories that you're telling yourself in consciousness, or not even aware that you're telling yourself, that exist in the subconscious that you most likely inherited from your caregivers. So everything in your reality is a reflection of you. Now that is a massive game changer in itself. If that's the only thing you get out of these teachings, and of course there's so much more to get out of them, but if that's the only thing, that in itself will change your life, because no more is reality happening to you. And these people aren't showing up by chance or accidents. They are there to help you awaken to more of who you are. And that is actually what is going on. And that's what we're all here for, to help all of us, each other, awaken to who we are, which is consciousness, which is infinite I am. So if somebody is showing up in your reality and they are exhibiting a characteristic that you don't like, remember that your characters are reflecting back your characteristics, and they are likely to be your blind spots. They are the characteristics that you're saying, not me, that's not me, I'm spiritual, I'm like intelligent, I know this stuff, I've got this figured out, I'm like, you know, I'm deep, I'm meaningful, I'm authentic, I'm this, I'm that. You're superficial, you're shallow, you don't understand, blah, 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 whatever it is. You can guarantee that that person is reflecting back the part of yourself that you have rejected. Remember, you are the infinite I am. The I am is infinite consciousness, the unconditioned awareness. You are the infinite I am, conditioning your awareness with whatever you place after I am. Now, whatever you place after I am with a not, after meaning I am not that, that is going to show up in a character in your reality to help you remember that you're God. You're the infinite I am. You're everything, including the superficial. You're both the superficial and the authentic. You're both the deep and the shallow. You're everything. Whatever you're saying I'm not is what's going to show up to help you say, yes, you are. You're that. You're everything. You're everything. And once you acknowledge that you're everything and you claim everything as the infinite I am, then you get to choose which side of the coin you're going to land on and experience yourself as. Meaning, if you acknowledge that you are both superficial and deep or authentic, whatever you want to be, if you acknowledge that they are both existing within you and you say, yeah, I'm superficial and I'm authentic and deep. If you can acknowledge and own both of those states, then you get to decide which one you are going to embody and become and experience. So you might then say, I'm superficial, I'm authentic and deep. I am choosing out of both of those choices, I am choosing to be authentic and deep. Now, what happens is once you embody that state, you then project that out and have it reflected back because it's now a conscious choice. You're not in resistance to the superficiality. You're consciously choosing authenticity and depth. That is what is going to get reflected back. As long as you're rejecting the superficial, that's what's going to show up in the characters in your movie. The whole movie is a movie of awakening, and all of your characters are here helping you awaken to the fact that you are the infinite I am and all states exist within you, so you can choose from all possible states and then have whatever experience you want to have. That is why we're here. But of course, most of us spend half our lives like rejecting part of ourselves, and then that character shows up and we're like in battle, like we're battling ourselves going, no, I'm not that, I'm not that, I'm not that, I'm spiritual, I'm deep, I'm authentic. And then of course we've got all these shallow and like superficial people showing up and we're like, what the hell's going on? Like what is going on? Or if you're in relationship with people who exhibit narcissism and you're like really generous and giving and loving and caring and all of these things, and like you've just surrounded by narcissists, guess what? The narcissist is what you're rejecting in yourself. You are consciousness, the infinite I am. All states, including the narcissist and the compassionate, empathetic, caring one, exist within you. As long as you're rejecting one thing, that thing is going to show up in your characters. Your characters are reflecting back your characteristics, all of them. And once you choose which character you're going to be, meaning that you're everything and then you're getting to choose which one you want to be, then that is not going to show up anymore because you've acknowledged it. It's within you. You know it is, but you're choosing a different state. As long as you are resisting or rejecting a state, that's the state that's going to show up. So you want to bring everything in, own everything, yield to everything, surrender to everything. If somebody accuses you of something, yep, bring it in. Yep, that's me. Because they're you reflecting you back. They're actually really helping you. Because what we do is we want to defend. As soon as you go into defense and you want to push back, you have lost yourself. You have fallen out of who you are, which is the infinite I am, and you have become lost in the expression. You have become lost to reality. You'll find your way back because there is no other way other than who you are, but it's like you fall into amnesia and you forget who you are, and then you go into battle and not realizing you're in battle with yourself. I've done it myself. I did it recently. Forgot who I am, kind of pushed back on somebody who said something to me and I was like, no, I'm not. And then they said, yes, you are. And I went, oh, actually, yep, okay, yep, I am. Yep, that's true. Thanks so much. And just moved on. And suddenly all the resistance that I felt in that moment just dissipated because I wasn't in a battle anymore. I wasn't really in a battle, but it was like we want to be right and we push back and we sort of want to prove that we're right to this person. This person's going, no, you're not right, I'm right, and this is why. And then we push back and we have fallen into amnesia. You have lost your I amness in that moment. You have fallen asleep. You have forgotten who you are. And as long as you're in that state, you will be in amnesia until you wake up and realize that everything is reflecting you back to you, and it is doing that to help you awaken to your infinite I amness. And it's doing that so you can have the experience that you choose to have and have the desires that you want to have and play with the characters that you want to play with. Remember, you don't have to play with all of the characters in your movie. If they're showing up, bring them in and then choose, is that a character or is that a characteristic that I would like to embody and experience more of? If the answer is no, then just own it within you. I am superficial, but I am choosing depth and authenticity. And I'm going to move in that direction, and then that's going to be reflected back in my characters. I've experienced this so many times and I've had so much success with it, where once I've owned the quality that I'm seeing in another within myself, that character dissolves or they step up to a new version of themselves, and it's just happened time and time again. So look, I hope that helps. If you have these people in your life, they are your mirror. And that can be a tough pill to swallow sometimes, but that pill is the pill of freedom. So swallow it, enjoy it, and know that they are just reflecting back the parts of yourself that you have denied, that you have rejected, that you can't see within yourself. Doesn't mean that you're going to go and act all superficial. It just means that you have the capacity for superficiality in you. We all do. And once you've owned it, then you get to choose which side of the coin you are going to play with, and then the characters are going to show up and reflect that choice back. I hope that helps. Please remember, as always, you are the amazing creators of your reality. You are the superstar of your show. You are the producer, the writer, the director, and the actor in your movie. You are also the casting director. So assume the best for you, assume the best for everyone in your movie too, and you will have an amazing life. And this is my wish, my vision, and my prayer for you and for me too. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for being here. Please like, comment, and share, and subscribe to my channel if you'd like, and I'll look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye.